Okay, class, good morning. Mr. Liefeld is not in today. He's got a very bad case of hemorrhoids, so I'm going to be your substitute. Yes, question from the back. Taylor, is it? You are correct. It does say trainee on the back, but let me reassure you that I am fully qualified in order to teach this class. So without further ado, my name is Mr. Wilson, but you may call me Piscina de la Muerta. What do you mean this isn't Spanish class? Let me check your schedule. Oh, this is math class. Math. Okay. Well, let's see what we can do here. All right. Let your chair meet your ass. It's time for math class. Okay, so here we're going to talk about the order of operations. And the reason we need to talk about this is when we have a math problem like so. Now if you look at this, there are two ways to do this. We could go 2 plus 3 is 5, times 5 equals 25. But we could also go 5 times 3 is 15, plus the 2, which gives us 17. These are two really different numbers. So we need to have a way of making sure that everybody is doing the same thing, because no one's made a mistake here, but we have two different answers. So what we're going to do is we're going to use an acronym. We're going to use what we call BIDMAS. Now I know what you're thinking. Bring in Deadpool more at school. No. This stands for brackets, indices, division, multiplication, and addition, and subtraction. So when we have a problem, we follow this order, starting at the B, then the I, the D, the M, the A, and the S. Okay, so let's look at a problem, and let's start at the top. So let's say we have 2 plus, and then we'll have some brackets, 3 times 5. Okay, so we know we have to do the brackets first. Everything inside the bracket we have to do first. So 3 times 5 is 15. There's nothing else in the bracket, so we don't need to put it here. I mean, it is technically there. Plus 2. That gives us the answer of 17. So anything inside the bracket we have to do first. But what about if we have two sets of brackets? So let's say we have 12 plus 5 over here, and take away over here, I don't know, 3 plus 4. Okay? So what we're going to do is everything inside the brackets first. It doesn't matter if we start over here or if we start over here. So let's start here. 12 plus 5 is 17. 3 plus 4 is 7, minus, and that gives us 10. Remember, everything inside the bracket we have to do first, before anything else. Okay, so next, indices. Now what are those? Well, those little numbers that sort of float high up here. It's a shortcut for multiplication. 2 squared, as we have here, is the same as 2 times 2. 2 cubed, or 2 to the power of 3, is the same as 2 times 2 times 2. 2 to the 5th power is the same as 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So you can see why we use indices. So let's look at a problem that has some indices in it. 6 plus 3 squared. Let's do that. So the first thing we have to do is the indices. So 3 squared is the same as 3 times 3. So 3 times 3 is 9, plus the 6 gives us 15. Let's just try one more. Let's say we have 20 plus 10 squared. So 10 times 10 is 100, plus the 20 gives us 120. Now, what happens if we have an indices inside of a bracket? Well, it doesn't matter. We still have to do the same thing. So 3, let's put a bracket here. Let's go 2 squared plus 1 and a bracket. Everything inside the bracket has to go first. So let's do that. 2 times 2 is 4 plus 1. Still inside our bracket. Now we do the 4 plus the 1, which gives us 5. Now we can do everything outside the bracket. 3 multiplied by 5 is 15. So that's our brackets and our indices. Can you remember what's next? That's it. Division and multiplication. So if we have, say, 20 divided by 2 plus 5. Now that would be very different if we did 2 plus 5 and tried to divide 20 by 7. So let's do the division first. 20 divided by 2 gives us 10. Add the 5 gives us 15. Same if we have multiplication. Let's do the same thing but change this to a multiplication symbol. 20 times 2 plus 5. 20 times 2 is 40 plus the 5 is 45. Okay? So brackets, then indices, then multiplication, then division. Now, what happens if we have, say, multiplication and division in the same problem? What if we have, say, 20 divided by 5 times 4 divided by 2? Which way do we go? Well, it's very simple. We just start at the left and work our way across to the right. So let's do that. So 20 divided by 5 is 4 times 4 divided by 2. 4 times 4 is 16 divided by 2. 16 divided by 2 gives us 8. Okay? Remember, always going left to right. It's the same if you had some addition and subtraction. Same kind of thing. Let's have 10 plus 5 minus 2 plus 8 minus 3. Start at the left, work your way to the right. 10 plus 5 is 15, minus 2 plus 8 minus 3. 15 minus 2 is 13, plus 8 minus 3. 13 plus 8, 21, minus 3. 21 minus 3 is 18. Okay? So the order of operations, bid mass, ass. Brackets, indices, division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. Okay, class, good work today, good mathing. Good mathing? Anyway, the homework sheets, you can find them down there. I mean, not down there, but if you look in the description, there should be a link to some worksheets that you can do. And yeah, so before you go, remember, don't eat yellow snow. I'm the Merc with the math. I'll see you next time.
This has been a Funkster cosplay production. All characters appearing are fictitious. Please consult a medical professional before ingesting. Individual results may vary. No animals were harmed during the making of this feature, except wasps. F*** those guys.